Vanessa Cole perched at her kitchen island, laptop open to the familiar glow of the auction platform where she'd already listed her most treasured possessions. Each click felt like a crack in her heart. Her grandmother's sapphire brooch, once pinned to a wedding gown. Mark's father's pocket watch, ticking with memories of Thanksgiving dinners. Their wedding photo album, leather cover scuffed by years of shared smiles. She paused before uploading the final item, the grand mahogany piano that had filled their home with lullabies and Bach. "Sold to the highest bidder," she typed, hand trembling. In 2 days, every memento of 30 years together would vanish, each purchase a dagger in her soon-to-be ex's back. Vanessa's lips curved into a cold smile. Forget the expensive divorce settlement and bitter negotiations. She would exact her revenge by stripping Mark of every sentimental token. Property law might award him half of the house, but she held the true wealth, their shared history. And she would watch him bleed through empty spaces where memories once lived. But fate loves irony. On the final morning of bidding, as the timer ticked to 0, Vanessa read the winning bidder's name, Nora Winters. A quick profile search revealed a grieving widow from Oakwood. Her husband, Michael, had died in a car accident 6 months ago. The same piano that had rocked their children to sleep was now bound for the home of a stranger whose only possession of value was the music that evoked memories she could no longer share. Vanessa's breath caught. She pictured Nora's tearful post. "My Michael taught me to play this song. Now I may finally have it back." The gravity of her spite crashed into her chest. Could she go through with it? In the next few minutes, you'll follow Vanessa's journey. The marriage unraveled, how Mark's betrayal drove Vanessa to this brink. Auction preparations. Each item cataloged reveals a layer of her pain. First bids and reactions, community scandal, and Mark's desperate countermeasures. The piano's sale Nora's win that turns vengeance into a moral crossroads. Vanessa's conflict, guilt, and empathy collide as she confronts her own bitterness. Confrontation and compassion, a face-to-face with Nora that may rewrite both their stories. Resolution. Vanessa's choice between revenge and restitution. Expert Advice Corner, legal insights on property division and therapy tips for healing post-divorce. Cliffhanger, Inheritance of Anger, the next saga where wills ignite family fury. Will Vanessa let spite consume her, or will the fragile notes of compassion tune her heart toward forgiveness? Hit play to witness a property battle turned human story. From the outside, Vanessa and Mark Cole were the picture of marital bliss. College sweethearts who built a craftsman home, raised 2 children, and hosted backyard barbecues that echoed with laughter. But over the last year, Vanessa sensed a chill creeping into their bedroom. Late nights and secrecy. Mark's work trips became more frequent. He guarded his phone, brushed off questions, and returned home with the scent of cologne that wasn't hers. Shattered trust. When Vanessa discovered airline receipts tucked into his briefcase, places neither of them had worked, her heart sank. She confronted him gently. He lied. Then a sliver of doubt turned to fracture when she caught his reflection in a downtown hotel lobby, phone pressed to his ear as he muttered, "I miss you too." The final straw. Their anniversary dinner was meant to rekindle romance, but Mark arrived 2 hours late, distracted. As Vanessa wept over the empty chair, he slid into the booth with an apologetic shrug and a buzzing phone. "Can't talk now," he hissed into it. It was then Vanessa realized the man she pledged forever to had already moved on. That night, Mark confessed to an affair with a colleague and asked for forgiveness, just this once. Vanessa's world fractured. His plea, "I love you, but I needed someone who listens," scalded her. She agreed to counseling, never imagining her revenge would bloom so soon. Fueled by rage and betrayal, Vanessa drafted her revenge plan in meticulous detail. Inventory of memories. She walked through every room, photographing and cataloging heirlooms. Her grandmother's sapphire brooch, worn on your mother's wedding day, she reminded Mark. The first Christmas ornaments their children had painted. Mark's childhood baseball glove, a gift he treasured. The mahogany upright piano, center stage of their living room, where lullabies once soothed their babies. Setting the stage, she created a new account on the top online auction platform, Cole Divorce Sale. Each listing carried a biting description. Grandma's sapphire brooch, more sparkly than Mark's lies. Family Christmas ornaments, because our memories are up for bidding. Mark's baseball glove, catcher's mitt for catching cheaters. Upright mahogany piano, where our love once played its sweetest tunes. Auction rules. Vanessa imposed short bidding windows, 48 hours, to maximize chaos. Bidders could only pay with instant payments, no returns allowed. Publicity? She slipped anonymous flyers under neighbors' doors, posted cryptic teasers on community boards, and let word of mouth stoke the fire. As bids trickled in, neighbors vying for scandalous bragging rights, Vanessa watched the numbers climb, each dollar a token of Mark's humiliation. She reveled in her clever vindication, until the piano's bid took an unexpectedly personal turn. When the first bids appeared, Vanessa felt a surge of triumph. Grandma's brooch, $200, Christmas ornaments collection, $150. Mark's baseball glove, $75. Mark, seething, hacked into the account to outbid everyone, but Vanessa changed passwords faster than he could react. He raged, storming through the house, knocking over framed photos. Vanessa let him vent. This was his own nightmare unfolding. Local gossip intensified. At the school pickup line, other parents whispered, "Did you hear about the Cole divorce sale?" In the office break room, colleagues traded rumors. Vanessa's friends urged her to stop. "You'll regret this," they warned. But she pressed on. Then came the piano. Bids skyrocketed, $1,000, $2,000. Vanessa's breath faltered. The auction was about to close. On the final day, as the timer ticked down to the last hour, Vanessa refreshed the page. The winning bidder was Nora Winters. Curious, she clicked the profile. A widow in her early 50s, few items sold or bought previously, and a simple bio. Music revived our home's heart. When the auction closed, Vanessa sat frozen as the confirmation flashed. Item, upright mahogany piano. Winning bidder, Nora Winters, $5,100. Her chest tightened at the price, far above sentimental value. She scanned Nora's short profile, 2 children grown, grieving husband lost to illness. A single photo showed Nora at a memorial concert, tears glinting in candlelight. Vanessa's hands shook. Later that evening, Vanessa received a message from the auction site. "The piano will be delivered to Nora at 123 Maple Street tomorrow." The next morning, she watched as movers transported the piano down her front steps. Nora stood on the sidewalk, phone pressed to her ear, voice low. "Yes, I'll see you tomorrow." Vanessa glimpsed a trembling hand clutching a rose bouquet. The sight cracked her anger. The instrument that once lulled her children to sleep now accompanied a stranger's grief. Back inside, the house felt hollow. Vanessa wandered from room to room, empty spaces where heirlooms once lived. The oak-framed mirror where she and Mark practiced first dances. The mantel where Christmas stockings hung. Now, silence. Guilt stalked her. She imagined Nora's hands on the piano keys, playing Moonlight Sonata in memory of her husband's favorite composition. Vanessa, who had never touched the piano since her teens, felt tears sting her eyes. That night, she replayed the first time she'd heard Nora's name at the auction. A pang of empathy bloomed. Nora's loss mirrored her own, though in different shades. Both women betrayed by love's fragility, both seeking to reclaim what was lost. Vanessa drafted an email to Nora. "I'm Vanessa Cole, the previous owner of your piano. I sold it out of spite during my divorce. I didn't know of your loss. If you're willing, I'd like to apologize in person and offer support." Her finger hovered over send. She swallowed hard and clicked. Late that afternoon, Vanessa drove to Nora's modest bungalow. The piano, drenched in sunset glow, sat on the front porch. Nora emerged, brushing rain off the bench. "Miss Cole?" Nora's voice was soft, wary. Vanessa offered the email. "I'm so sorry," she began. "I never meant to cause pain." Nora unfolded the paper, eyes glistening. "I lost Michael 6 months ago," she said. "He taught me to play this piano. It was our dream project." Vanessa's throat constricted. "I auctioned it to hurt someone else. I didn't know you needed it." Pain flickered in Nora's gaze. "I don't want revenge. I want remembrance." She laid a hand on the piano. "Will you help me move it inside?" Together they lifted the heavy lid and tested the keys. A tentative melody emerged, imperfect but alive. Vanessa joined in, coaxing familiar chords. In those shared notes, forgiveness bloomed. Over tea on Nora's front porch, Vanessa offered restitution. Partial refund. Take back half of what you paid to cover moving costs. Piano lessons. My mother was a pianist. I can teach you some basics. Friendship invitation. If you ever need anything, I'll be here. Nora's gratitude warmed Vanessa's heart. Compassion heals, Nora said. I forgive you. Vanessa drove home lighter than before. The divorce sale remained, but she withdrew the remaining Sentimental listings, leaving only furniture Mark insisted on buying back. Expert Advice Corner. Legal advice, family law attorney, asset division. Clauses. Review your separation agreement for non-standard clauses. For example, sale at auction. Challenging auctions. In some jurisdictions, you can petition courts to void spite-driven asset sales. Alternative dispute resolution. Consider mediation to negotiate property division, avoiding public auction. Therapeutic advice, family counselor, processing anger and grief. Use journaling and mindfulness to separate emotional triggers from actions. Compassionate confrontation. Face wrongdoers with empathy to facilitate genuine apologies. Building resilience. Establish new routines and support networks to reinforce self-worth post-divorce. Just as Vanessa embraced a future uncluttered by spite, she received a lawyer's letter in her mailbox. Notice of will contest. From Eleanor Myers, late philanthropist Edwin Myers' only surviving niece. Subject. You have been named executor of Edwin's will. One stipulation, the estate must be divided among family and unexpected heirs. Vanessa's brow furrowed. The reclusive Edwin Myers, her children's godfather, had quietly passed. Now, whispers hint that a hidden beneficiary, a child born out of wedlock, might inherit millions and upend everything. Vanessa closed her eyes. The echoes of auction day spite felt distant as a new storm approached, one where inheritance, betrayal, and family fury would collide. Next up, inheritance of anger, a battle for legacy, legitimacy, and the anger lurking in every will.